Right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to check that it's recording. Yes. So today's class is going to be monkeys and gorillas hanging from the walls and the trees. And Gaby's really in gorilla mode with her hair all in front of her. Yeah. She's like a waking up gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Good. So the reason for this class, let's start into an exercise. So put your feet as wide as the mat in front of you, not too far away, and not as close as the hips. So you're kind of halfway in. Place your hands back, fingers facing towards the out, towards kind of the back wall. And use to start windshield wiper. We're going to start with the small windshield wipers, side to side. So as I was telling you, the reason for the class today is to work on our lower backs. And what I'm noticing is that as homeschooling has got longer and longer and longer, and it will stay until September, a lot of kids are starting to complain from lower back. So even if there is not as much pain as they will have it in the autos because they are more flexible, they are losing a little bit of movement. And I wanted to create something that Gabby could use or kids could use when they are sitting for too long. So we're now going to start making the movement a little bit bigger. Hopefully you coincide with your little one next to you. I always move forward when I'm doing this exercise, so use your hands to keep in place. Just keep moving your hip side to side. Try to bring the opposite knee down, 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 opposite knee down. Last one. Oh, we're into mess. Right, ready. Slowly bring your hands forward. This time, bring your hands just behind your back and your fingers pointing towards your buttocks. Okay? Your feet again in hip distance apart as well, kind of halfway, not too far away, not too close. Roll your shoulders to the back, bring your chest up, and just lift into the table. So we're starting to warm up into the body. These gorillas are starting to warm up into the body. Yeah. Maybe you can place a tea into your table. We're gonna try. Keep using the legs to push the hips up. Keep pushing the hips up. One of the key things about lower back pain is about strengthening the lower back. So really feel you're using the lower back and the buttocks and slowly release. Beautiful. So the key pose we're going to do today is Malasana, or the squat. And is a pose that it didn't came easy for me. It's still really painful, especially in the mornings. So there's two things you could do. You could use a block and place it underneath your buttocks, go into kind of the smaller way. So you see, and then as you do, please get it up. So if you're going to use the block or you're going to use a hook, what you do is you go into the squat, but instead of just staying there, you use for really small periods of time your strength to move yourself up. Okay, so you slowly start to gather some flexibility into your ankles. And if you can, hold it. Hold your buttocks away from the block. Okay. The other trick is to use a rolled mat or a rolled blanket like this. And then you're going to put your heels on it, and then the toes down. Yeah. And that is going to give you that lift. And you can roll it more or you can roll it less depending on whether you need more or less. So if you need.
And if you want more balance, remember what you said. You can use something a bit heavy, like a heavy brick or a block.
Yeah. So as Gabby says, and I was going to show you that one later. So let's start coming into our squat. So especially if you're an adult, you're going to have lots of issues trying to go into the squat. So place your block, place maybe or your book or place your mat, and start moving into the squat by bringing your buttocks closer and closer to your chins, your legs. Then just find the movement. Just move side to side, side to side. For me, it always hurts into the knees. Now, slowly, try to go into your squat. Yeah. So as Gabby says, if what you have is a lot of problem trying to move forward, you can increase kind of the distance between the feet, or you can bring something heavy forward, like a block, and then that is going to give you the lift that you will need. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds, so try to find your squat. Another nice way of moving into your squat is bringing your hands together into a prayer in front of your heart, and then you kind of imagine you're squeezing into the center. And this is something I taught yesterday, and it's about kind of bringing the movement towards the center of your body. So imagine you're kind of hugging the center of your body, hugging. Stay there. How is it feeling, Gabby?
Good.
Better? Hold here for 5.
4.
4.
No, not so slow.
The slow ones. 3, 2, and 1.
Yay.
Slowly use the hands to lift yourself up. Extend the legs. You give them a little bit of a shake. Shake, 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 shake. Gabby's not going to do it. Why are you not going to do it?
Because my back hurts.
Precisely, you have to do it. Bring your hands against opposite elbows. And just allow yourself to move side to side. So imagine you're kind of hanging from a branch in a tree. And you're just allowing the branch to give you a little bit of a release into the back. Just move side to side. Really try to push your elbows down into the mat. Allow the elbows to go down. Release them, release them. Yeah, release them. And we'll be using a little bit of gravity. Here. Gabby's really trying to make one today. Okay. Once again, we're going to go into squat. So extend the legs. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, or maybe bigger if you need to, or a little bit closer. Your choice. Slowly start to bring your hips down. Come into your heels, sit into your heels. Find your squat. Maybe this time is a little bit easier. For me, as I do it a second and third time, it just gets easier. The fourth time, yeah, you're gonna try it. Try it, Gabby.
No, not 4.
And this time we start to move back and forth, or maybe side to side. Release the hands down. Slowly, really slowly, you're going to stand up. Really slowly, really slowly. Imagine you're in a slow motion cobra. Extend your buttocks all the way up into the ceiling. Bend the knees. Slowly, slowly start to go up. Come on, Gabby. There is a gorilla that is staying down. Inhale, bring your hands up. You're going to keep your knees bent. So today's class, we're going to do all the class like gorillas. Gorillas are not like standing really straight. They have the knees slightly bent. We're going to be into a kind of Utkatasana during the class. Okay? So keep the knees bent. And as you keep the knees bent, imagine you're hugging toward the center. So have this sensation of hugging everything towards the center. So your back goes into protraction. So this is retraction, then this is protraction. Protract your body, hug towards the center, keep the core engaged. Can you show us, Gabby? No. No? Come on, show us. Bend their knees, protract, hug towards the center. No. Opposite, yeah. Don't collapse into your lower back. Protract. Bring everything towards the center. Imagine you're getting hugged. Right? Bring the hands up.
Are you actually getting hugged?
Yeah. Now imagine you're getting hugged by somebody from the back, like Gabby is hugging you. Yeah. Now Gabby does it. Oh, right. On the exhale, slowly start to bring your hands back.
No, really?
Release your hands down. Once again, we're going to start with the sequence. So start going down into the squat. Just for a second. Bring your hands forward if you can. Exhale. Hands down. The gorillas are going to jump, yeah? So try to jump to the back. Nice. Extend your body. The gorilla is extending its body. First downward facing dog of the day.
Gorilla.
That is what?
Downward facing gorilla.
Downward facing gorilla, like Gabby said. So downward facing gorilla. Bend your knees. Try to get a little bit of space into the back of the legs. Keep moving. Maybe you can move the hip side to side. Find any movement that works for you. Nice. And move your hands all the way. Walk your hands all the way to the back. Same thing. We're going to find
Squat.
a squat. Ow! My knee started to make noises like always. It always happens. This time the gorilla is going to try to stand up without using the hands. So really push the floor and start to stand. Bend the knees. Knees bend. You're a gorilla. Yeah? And we're going to now start doing our gorilla movements. So bring your hands into a fist and your arms into kind of a winning position or like a muscle position. Yeah? And these gorillas are just going to start moving their hands into the chest and move side to side.
Gorilla is more like this.
Yes, more like this. But this gorilla is just having some kind of
Dance party.
Start moving into your gorilla dance. You can do this in TikTok. The gorilla dance. Keep the knees bent. Keep the knees bent. Now try to make the movement a little bit wider. So you go all around into your spine. You can keep the dance. Nice. Keep moving. Keep going around. And slowly the gorilla brings the hands forward and starts to go again into a sitting position. Malasana. What?
Why does he always have cracks?
Because he's a very old gorilla like me. Walk your hands forward. Once again, downward facing dog. Stretch your legs. Feel any new kind of space, especially around the ankles.
You were wrong.
What?
It's downward facing gorilla.
Oh, sorry, downward facing gorilla. I always forget. Downward facing gorilla. Keep walking your downward facing gorillas. This time, bring the knees down. The gorilla is like stretching and moving its hips back. Push from the hands, push back. From the toes, push forward. Look in between your hands and then move into hands and knees. So our gorillas are going to start bringing some movement into the hips. So we're going to just do a little bit of a cat and cow. Move your hips up, hips in, open the hips, hug everything to the center, open, 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 hug, and let's start our sequence. Beautiful. So once again, go back into downward facing gorilla. Come on, downward facing gorilla.
Gorilla wants
So
banana.
the gorilla wants a banana. Yeah, the gorilla will have a banana soon. So bring your right foot all the way up. We're gonna bend the knee. Bend the knee. And imagine that gorilla is making a big step and bring that foot on the outside of your right foot. Yeah. Move forward, prepare. And then the other foot comes forward on the outside. The gorilla sits. But not into squat, into kind of a higher squat. Beautiful. On the inhale, lift, bend, keep the knees bent, open your arms and side to side.
Be careful not to hit the person
Hit.
next to you.
Yeah. You can hit somebody else next to you, so just keep going. Hands forward. Go into your half squat. Release your hands down. Prepare. The gorilla is going to jump. So imagine you're really bringing your buttocks up. 1, 2, 3, jump. Go back into downward facing gorilla. Keep the movement into the legs. And slowly start to walk your hands all the way to the back. Squat deeply into your gorilla. Once again, use the strength of your legs to lift yourself up. And side to side. We're going to add it to the sequence. Make funny faces. Slowly go down, 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 down. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to walk all the way to the front, but like jumping, a little bit like frogs and gorillas. So the way gorillas do it, which is a little bit different from the frogs, is you put your feet down. You're just going to walk opposite feet, walk opposite hands. So right hand forward. No, that's a frog game. Right hand forward, then left leg forward. Left hand forward, right leg forward. Right hand forward, left leg forward. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left leg, last one. Left hand, right leg. And stand up. That's a lot for the legs. Yeah? You feel like a lot? Yeah? You feel like a lot for the legs? Okay. Bend the knees once again. Find your Utkatasana and side to side. Side to side. Exhale, squat. Halfway down. Move your fists down. The gorillas are preparing to jump. Jump. Back. Downward facing gorilla. Bring the knees down into the mat. Push them out away. Move yourself to the back. Get long. Inhale forward. Come into cat and cow. So open the ribs. Close the ribs. 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 Downward facing gorilla. Walk your hands to the back. We're adding into the sequence.
Mommy,
Go into your squat.
gorilla gonna get banana.
Gorilla's gonna get a banana. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Come into your squatting position. Side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. Open, open. Exhale, slowly go down, down into your squat. Move your hands forward. This time, downward facing gorilla. Right leg up, left leg up. Bring your left leg on the outside of your left hand. Bring your right foot on the outside of your right. Sit. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Same thing as we did before, side to side, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Down, hands down. We're going to start to make it a little bit faster. Jump your gorillas into your downward facing gorilla. Bend your knees. Push them out away. Push forward. Cat and cow. Feel like you're hugging toward the center as you bring into a cat pose.
I'm on the phone.
Okay. And extend the legs, downward facing gorilla. Move your hands back. Find your squat again. Make this getting easier. And we're going to move forward using our hands. Ready?
No.
No? So right hand forward, left leg forward. Left hand forward, right leg. Right hand, left leg. left hand, left leg, right hand, left leg, right, left hand, right. Stay down, lift up, gorilla side to side, release the tension on either side. This gorilla is trying to open a banana, not really being successful. Slowly go down, getting one more time into the sequence. Push your hips up, move your hips, jump your hips to the back. Downward facing gorilla. We now have the sequence. We're going to add one last pose and we're finishing. So bring the knees, slide down, push them out away with your hands. Inhale forward into tabletop and then cat and cow, hug into the center, hug into the center, really hug into the center. Downward facing gorilla. Walk your hands back.
I like the name.
You like the name?
Yeah.
Come into your squat at the back of the wall, of the back of the mat. We're not going to go up. We're going to bring our right leg up. So walk your hands forward, downward facing gorilla. Right leg up. Knee towards the chest. Release your right foot on the outside of your right hand. And this time is stand up. And then come into kind of a diagonal pose into your mat. So you're into your kind of horse stand, or kind of a wide gorilla opening. Bring your hands into your knees, and then this gorilla is really having a hard time today, so it really needs release. Bring your right shoulder inward, move your chest towards the left side, then change, then change.
It's sleepy and it's trying to stretch.
Change, yes, sleepy gorilla had a horrible night, maybe was not sleeping right. Keep moving the shoulders inward. Maybe you start to feel some cracks. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands towards the back of the head. Bring everything in, hug everything to the center, and just move down. Keep the knees bent. Say hello to the person that is behind you. Hello, monkey. And as little gorillas hanging from a tree, we're just going to start moving forward and back. We're monkeys, yeah, we're monkeys hanging from a tree. It's a gorilla will not break.
It'll break.
It will break the branch, yeah. Just move forward, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Nice. Extend the legs, move your hands all the way to the front, push into the mat, bring your left leg forward into the outside, squat into the gorilla, inhale lift, keep the knees bent side to side. We're getting pretty into strong gorillas. Slowly go down into your squat, hands down. We're gonna jog the gorilla back, downward facing gorilla, knees down, push them out away. Inhale forward into cat and cow. So open the ribs, close the ribs to the center, open the ribs, close the ribs to the center, open the ribs, close the ribs to the center, downward facing gorilla. Move your hands to the back. Find your squat. Prepare to move forward. Ready? So, right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left hand, right foot. Right hand, left hand, stay low, find your squat. Inhale, lift, release, side to side. We're going to do the other side. Exhale, down into your squat, hands down, downward facing gorilla jump. Really extend the gorillas are getting hungry. Bring the knees down. Push them out away. Free your hands. Feel the stretch. Hug your body towards the center. Inhale forward. Cat and cat. So hugging gorilla, open gorilla, hugging gorilla, open gorilla, hugging gorilla, open. Tug your toes. Now we're facing duck. Now we're facing gorilla, sorry. Hands all the way to the back. Hands all the way to the back. Open your feet as wide as the mat. Come all the way down into your malasana, your squat. This time we're just preparing to go on the other side. Ready? So, walk your hands forward. Bring the feet as wide as the hips. Inhale, left leg up. The knee towards the chest. Release the foot on the outside of your left hand. Get space here, move back forward, and then you lift up. And you're going to face kind of diagonal into the mat. Yeah. Bend the knees, bring the hands into the knees. And same thing as we did on the other side. Elbow to the center, elbow to the center, elbow to the center. Sorry, shoulder to the center, shoulder. Really get, really down. Maybe you can go a little bit slower. And brings out anything you have. So if you are sitting in your desk and at some point you feel like, oh, it's too much, I need to bring everything out, this is a great pose to do. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows in, release down. Keep the knees bent. Move side to side. We're hanging monkeys. Hanging monkeys. Now start to go back and forth, back and forth. These monkeys getting really cuddly. Just go back and forth and hungry. We're almost finished with the poses. Walk your hands forward, walk your hands forward. Push into the mat. Bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Find your squat. Last squat. Inhale, lift. And then side to side. Hands together. Jump the feet together. Now hands together. Yeah. We're going to jump the feet. Open. Jump the feet together. Jump the feet open. Jump the feet together. Jump the feet open. Last side, jump the feet together. Jump the feet open. Release down. This time, don't go into the squat. Just release your buttocks down. As we did at the beginning, windshield wiper.
Oh, yeah.
So open the hips. Open the hips. Open the hips. Open the hips. Keep going with your windshield wiper. The idea here is that you have a couple of poses you could do. So you could do the squat alone, you could do the standing moving side to side, you could use your cat and cow, your child's pose. All these poses are great if you're standing quite a lot. Or if you're sitting quite a lot. Sorry. Right. Hands one more time, hands facing towards the hips. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, lift, find your table. Maybe find if your legs are a little bit warmer, then you can go a little bit higher. You can try to like lift one leg, lift the other, lift one leg, then keep the hips high. So Gabi, you're gonna try it. Keep pushing up, use the legs, nice. Nice Gabi, nice Gabi. Beautiful. 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 Release that.
I've never seen a table kick its flag.
Well, it's a funny table. Right. So last thing you could do in order to really protect your lower back when you're crunching into kind of while doing homework is abdominals, a little bit of core work. So this one is going to be quite nice and easy. Remember that we're gorillas. So these gorillas are preparing to go to sleep or preparing to like go to bed, but they feel like they have a lot of energy into their legs. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kick. We're going to keep the hands down and just kick, 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 kick one leg at a time, kick.
But the other leg cannot go down?
No, the other leg, if you can keep it up, that's good. If you need to bring it down, you bring it down. Okay? And then feel that you're kicking from the center of your body. So again, kick, imagine you're hugging your body toward the center, and just kick. Maybe your hands don't have to stay down. Maybe you try it without hands. Try it without hands. Try it without hands. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Hug the knees to the center. And slowly, these gorillas are going to release them. Nice. So, if you're feeling a little bit tired and you don't really want to do a lot of active exercises, this pose is really good if you're feeling lower back pain. So we're going to do 3 poses here, as we did yesterday, that are good for your lower back. The first one is going to be your happy baby pose.
Yes.
So you're going to grab the outside of your feet with your hands, and then lift the feet up into the ceiling. I love this pose. So for this pose, we're going to make it a little bit active. You're going to feel like with your hands, you're bringing your knees towards your armpits, towards the floor. But as you do that, energetically feel that you're pushing the heels up. So again, elbows are trying to bring the knees down, but the heels of the feet are trying to move up into the air. What that is going to do is that it's going to make your sacrum to stay low, your lower back to stay active as we try to bring the elbows towards the center. Same thing. So physically move your knees down, energetically feel the heels pulling up. And a lot of people think, and I said it yesterday, that child's pose is, happy baby pose is not really kind of a very active pose, but if you really activate your body, if you really think about the knees moving down and the heels pulling up, it can be really active. You're going to feel it into the back of your legs, into your sacrum. Now move side to side. This is a very happy gorilla. Oh yeah, this is not happy baby, this is happy gorilla. Or happy baby gorilla. Move your happy baby gorilla side to side, side to side, side to side. Massage your lower back. Allow your knees to move, your feet to move towards the buttocks and knees to move to the center. Hug, keep moving side to side. Nice. Now extend your left leg forward, keep your right knee towards the center. This is again a great pose if you're trying to find a space into your lower back. Same thing, you're going to feel like your knee is really pushing down or is really moving down towards your chest, and the other leg you're going to keep it active and feel that it's pulling towards the front of the mat. If you keep the activation in both legs and arms and kind of in both of your legs, you're really going to feel this pose. So try to get long through your left heel, and you're going to really try to find a space through your right knee. It's really bright today here. Now change legs. Same thing. Hug one knee to the center. Extend the other one. Just close your eyes, Mikito. So left knee towards the center. Right heel really feel that is pushing forward, forward. Bring both knees towards the center. Hug once again. Once again, extend your left leg. This time you're going to bring your right knee towards your left side into a twist, supine twist. So there is two ways of trying to find a space here. You can just move the knee down first, which is the heaviest part, and then try to open into the chest. And I have some teachers who say that this makes more sense because you have the heaviest part down. Try to feel from the opening of the ribs, opening to the side, or you can bring first the shoulder down, as is the less heavier part. Keep it down, and then try to move the knee into the mat. I'm not going to be prescriptive about how you do it, so you try the one that feels the best. Either the shoulder down into the mat, and then you're trying to use gravity to pull the knee down, or move the knee down, and then try to bring the shoulder down. Which one works better for you? Elbow down, sleepy. Extend the other leg. Oh, here you go. Extend the other leg. I know. That is good. So what works better for you? The knee down and the shoulder up, or the shoulder up? Try the other one. Try this one. Shoulder up, and then the knee moves. Really keep the knee, elbow down. What does it feel better? That one?
Yeah.
The other one? Yeah. Okay. Do whatever you need to, once again, brings into your hips and the lower back. Change sides. Change sides. We're going to finalize it again. We're not yet into sleepy mode. Gabby's really going into Shavasana today. We're doing the last pose to see kind of if we found any change into our body. Our partner pose. Gabby loves partner poses. Yeah. Slowly move to the center. Hug the knees towards the chest. And we're going to do two last poses. So this pose is going to see if we can go from a sleeping position all the way into our squatting position, okay? So bring your knees really towards the center, maybe bring them back. You're preparing, you're going to try to go right away into Malasana. Ready, Gabi? Yes, you can do it. You can do it. Ready, set, go. Yay! Gabi, try it. Try it.
Okay.
Come on, keep going. Nice, beautiful. Stay into your squats. Now, face each other. Get into your squat, face each other. And you're going to use each other to keep yourselves into the squats. This is another nice way of exercising into your squats. So maybe if you're getting tired, both mom or dad and the little one can come into their squats. Then we're going to swing each other, yeah? Small movements, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to keep the buttocks up all the time, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we're going to stand up together. Ready? 2, 3. Stand, 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 stand. Nice. And then go down, 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 down the squat. Then stand, up, 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 up. And then down, squat, 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 squat. Beautiful. Release down. Release down. Keep the hands together. Yeah, no. Bring your feet together. Extend the leg. Bring the other feet together. Maybe lift. Hug towards the center. And then maybe no hands. No hands. No hands. Extend the legs. No hands. Keep, stay up. Come on, keep going towards each other. Maybe fingers touch only. Keep the core, keep the core, keep the core. And slowly, 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 slowly. Release. Hug the knees over this chest and lay down into your mat. Sleepy time. You don't want a sleepy time? Nice. So these poses also poses you can do together at the end. And if you see there is a lot of change between the beginning and at the end, when you get your final squat. As you get some space into your ankles, the squat is going to feel a little bit nicer. Gabi today is going to go full on into her Shavasana, so she brought a blanket.
Because it's cold.
Yeah. So lay down into your mats. And for the last 5 minutes, we're going to focus once again into the core and into your lower back. So one thing that normally happens, especially for us women, is that because we have a nice rounder buttocks, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of feel the lower back really moving down into the mat. And that curve, as it keeps, as that curve still forms when we're sleeping, slowly just starts to kind of allow our core just to move around. So the idea is we can keep that beautiful curve of our spine, but use the core at all moments. So focus on your core, close your eyes, release your hands, and then focus on the core. So you're going to feel that your ribs are going to hug towards each other. Activate your core, activate your ribs as you try to move your lower back down. With every inhale, feel that your ribs open. With every exhale, ribs pull inward. Inhale, the ribs open. Exhale, the ribs pull inward. Inhale, ribs open. Exhale, ribs pull inward. Inhale, ribs open. Exhale, pull inward. We're finally going to imagine a little bit of ball of energy just on top of our belly button. So we're going to imagine that that ball of energy is trying to leave our body every single time we flare up the ribs. Then we bring it together and hug it into the center. Inhale, allow it to float up. Exhale, bring it together. So it's like again, you allow the ball to float and then bring it. Every single time you allow the ball to go out, it feels a little bit more of sun. And then as you bring it in, it fills you up with energy. Use the inhale to grab the energy. Bring it all the way around the body. Use the exhale to clean and purify the body. Keep allowing the ball to go up, and then hug. Allow it to go out, and then hug. Allow it to go out, and then hug. Release any tension from your body. Just allow yourself to feel really heavy into the mat. Imagine you're so heavy that you're making a little bit of a hole into the floor. Maybe feel you're laying on sand. So the weight of your body starts to carve space there. Keep that sensation of heaviness. If in the night you're having a hard time falling asleep, this is a nice meditation to do just before. Imagine that heaviness of your body. Imagine you're kind of pulling down to the earth. Like we were in the beach and we were just putting sand on top of us and covering us. which can feel really nice and warm, while at the same time you feel supported. On the next inhale, start to bring awareness back into your body. Maybe move your toes, your feet, your hands, your knees, your arms, your head. Bring the feet together and get really, really into a strong line. Bring the hands together towards the back. Then hug your mom if you have your mom behind you. Really get tall. Really feel that you're getting really, really tall and flexible. Grow up, grow, grow, grow. Exhale, bring everything towards the center. So hug your knees towards the center one more time. And allow the knees to go towards the right or the left, whatever you feel is better for you.
Right.
Towards the right or the left.
Right.
Right or the left. Cuddle.
With who?
Cuddle with yourself.
Oh.
You can always cuddle with yourself. Hug your body or cuddle with your mom. Cuddle. And slowly start to make your way up into a sitting position. We're going to end up with a very short meditation that can help us when we're feeling a bit overwhelmed during school times, or when we have spent a lot of time into our screens. It's always good to just take a time and just don't look at the screen, even if it's for a yoga class. So close your eyes. Sit as straight as you can. Feel the bottom of your pelvic bone, bottom of your spine to really pull down into the earth. Grow from there. Bring the chin towards the chest. And once again, we're going to focus on that sensation of hugging. That sensation of hugging when we're doing Malasana, of hugging when we were doing the cat pose. Bring that the back muscles are hugging towards the center of your body, towards the midline in the front of your body. That will keep your core active. Keep hugging, and then from that space, allow the chest to move outward slightly, but keep the ribs hugging. So with every inhale, allow the chest to go out. Exhale, hug towards the center. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, move things to the center. Inhale, open. Exhale, move towards the center. You can bring a little bit of imagination into this. So you can imagine you're, I was going to say flower. You're a flower. Yes, you're a flower, you're a rose. And then you're hugging everything towards the center as you prepare for the night. Then you open your petals and open up to the world. Exhale, hug. Exhale, close. You can also imagine you're a butterfly, opening your wings and then closing down, opening the wings, then closing down, Opening the wings. Close down. Opening the wings. Close down. Opening the wings. Close towards the center. Regardless of where we are and with whoever we are at the moment, it's just good to remind ourselves that we're not alone. That, like, even if we can hug each other, we can hug ourselves. We can use our body to hug ourselves. And specifically, this hugging sensation that we did today, it's going to help us to protect our lower back, to get straight while we work. So keep hugging yourselves. Bring your hands in front of your heart into a prayer position. Once again, open, exhale, close everything to the center. Bring your hands all the way up into your forehead. Feel your opening up, exhale, close. Bring your hands in front of your mouth. Feel your opening up and then close. And just bow down and release. Walk your hands forward. Feel the stretch into the back. And just go back. Move a little bit. And prepare for the day. It's a beautiful, well, it's a bit of a cloudy day here, but it's still a beautiful day. So prepare for having a nice day, for having a hugging day, a monkey day, a fun day. Yeah, are you going to have a monkey day? Are you going to have a monkey day? And see you around. Thank you for coming to the class, guys.